The Biden White House says it's currently weighing its options on how to respond to that decision. Joining us now with some of those possible plans is NBC News senior national political reporter Sahil Kapoor. Sahil, what are you hearing?
Hey, Mika. Well, the White House is considering its options for how to respond to that blockbuster ruling that grants presidents legal immunity for official acts. White House spokesperson Ian Sams telling me, quote, "We are reviewing the decision and certainly will be exploring what could be done to address it to better safeguard democracy and the rule of law in the future, given this dangerous precedent," unquote. Now, could that be legal memos outlining or constraining the powers? Could it be direct action by the president? Policy changes? There are no further details on that yet. And congressional Democrats have meanwhile reacted with outrage, but their response has been scattered without a clear plan of action. In the Senate, which Democrats control, the Judiciary Committee Chairman Dick Durbin said, quote, "The court has stripped the Justice Department of its valued independence and undermined its commitment to the rule of law," but his office said they had nothing to share specifically in terms of a committee action in response. The Justice Department similarly declined to comment when I asked if they have anything in the works responding to this 6-3 ruling, which broke along ideological lines. Now, liberal advocates who focus on the courts are dismayed by what they see as a slow reaction here from Democrats. One of them, a former chief counsel for a Democratic senator, telling me, quote, "This is a break glass moment for American democracy in the face of this total assault," he says, on American democracy. Democrats have somehow been caught flat-footed, unquote. So what should they do? Well, he is calling for hearings and investigations into corruption at the Supreme Court, which liberals argue was a factor here in this decision, as well as new legislation to impose ethical standards, a more aggressive message to rally voters behind a vision to react to this ruling, and to reform the Supreme Court. Now, remember, Democrats' immediate powers here are limited. The Biden administration cannot bind a future president to its legal interpretation of this ruling, and Democrats don't have the power to pass legislation in Congress without Republican buy-in. What the advocates want here is a message to rally voters behind what they see as an opportunity to channel a serious amount of anger. The one thing President Biden is doing is implicitly calling on voters to never let Donald Trump near these newfound presidential powers that the court has recognized. Let's take a listen to what Biden said.
I know I will respect the limits of the presidential powers I have for 3.5 years. But any president, including Donald Trump, will now be free to ignore the law.
Now, Trump, for his part, has celebrated the ruling, saying it's a big win for our Constitution and democracy, and he quickly moved to throw out his felony convictions in New York, citing that ruling. Mika?
Of course. NBC's Sahil Kapoor, thank you very much.
Hey there, MSNBC fans. I'm Luke Russert, and be sure to join me, Rachel Maddow, Jen Psaki, Lawrence O'Donnell, Steve Kornacki, Joy Reid, and many more September 7th in Brooklyn, MSNBC Live Democracy 2024. Click on the link for ticket information. We will see you there.